Okay, so Form 1, what we're going to do for the next two lessons is we're going to be adding some shading to this drawing to make it look 3D. We've done this before with spheres. Now we're going to be doing something a little bit more intricate. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use, you need to have a sharp B pencil. You need a range of pencils really. I've got a H here. If you don't have a H, don't worry about it. And I'm going to get a sharp, heavy pencil, so like a 6B or a 9B for the darker tones. And what I would suggest you do is, so you need to find the picture of the doll that you were working from, so here's mine. And what you'll find is in this week's Google Classroom, I have put the images in black and white for you. So I'm going to just show you with one area what you need to be doing. Now, when I'm doing my shading, because I'm right-handed, I'm going to start over on this side and then I'm going to work my way this way. If you're left-handed, you'll start on this side and work your way this way, just so that you don't smudge. So I'm going to start with my mid pencil, and what I'm going to do is I'm just looking at which areas have a lighter tone, and I'm just slowly starting to add a little bits of the shadow. Okay, now what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to blend the shadows with your finger. I want you to just use your pencil and just start to slowly build up the form in each of the ribbons. So this ribbon here is a light colour, but it still has some of the tones on it. Okay, my next ribbon here, you can see it is darker than this one. So I'm going to add more shading to this ribbon. Okay, so I'm just building that up. Okay, so already I can see there's a little bit of a dark line in the ribbon. And I'm just slowly building it up. Now this is going to take much more time to do, and that's why I'd like us to work on this for 2 lessons, not just 1 lesson. Okay, so I'm just building up all the tones. You can see here it's a little bit lighter, so I'm going to leave that area. And now I'm going to move on to this much darker ribbon. So I'm pressing down harder, but you can still see there's some shiny parts in the ribbon that are going to be a little bit lighter. Okay, and I'm just slowly building that up. Okay, so I'm just starting on one edge, and what you can see hopefully already is that my drawing should start to become a little bit more three-dimensional. A nice thing about if you're working from the photographs is that using your laptop or your iPad or your phone, you will be able to zoom in to parts of the drawing, or parts of the picture, sorry. Okay, and then you see this ribbon is much lighter. So I'm just, again, a little bit like this one. I'm only adding some of the shadows, some lighter parts of the shadows. With things like the hair, I'm going to take a heavy pencil, so I have a 9B, and that's going to be much easier for me to just add, because it's almost black, the tone. So I can just use a heavy pencil, and you can see just it's easier to add those darker tones. Okay, and then I'm just going to use it here as well on the eye. So I just want you, just for this lesson, to just work on a small section like me of your drawing. I want you to time yourself again for 30 minutes. And I want you to just start doing some of the shading. Really, really looking at what you're doing now. Using a lighter pencil for the lighter tones and a heavier pencil for the dark shades. Okay, so you can, hopefully you can start to see how this isn't starting. By adding the shading, it should start to be looking three-dimensional. Okay. The trick is to have very sharp pencils to help you do this. And keep looking at your picture, keep looking to see, okay, this part is darker than that part, so therefore I need to add more pressure. This is a nice little drawing activity where we can start to really practice our shading and practice drawing things as we see them, not how we think they look. Okay, so you're starting to have you should be getting a good idea of how my shading is starting to make it look a little bit more 3D. Okay, so set a timer, choose one section of the image to work from, and just see how much you can do in 30 minutes. And I suggest you need at least a light pencil for the lighter tones and a heavy pencil like a 6B or a 9B for the darker tones. Okay, good luck.